Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
All right, man, let's get to the content, man. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a good one. I'm letting y'all know ahead of time. But before we even get to all this, I need everybody to stop the video. Stop what you're doing right now and subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's do that right now. Now we're going to get to this content, man. It's this Julio Foolio trial. We back over here with this. We seen the last guy who got served in that courtroom, man, who was in there begging for his life after he took a life. And we're going to get to this trial, man. It's going to be a long one, man. This right here, this got to be a lesson, man, for everybody who think they turned up in the streets, man. Let's go check this out, man.
Right. We are ready to proceed. Mr. Harmon.
Please support.
Yes.
Counsels.
All right. Let me stop. I know I gotta stop it. I gotta stop because I want to say something. I'm gonna be doing this. This is very this video right here we looking at. I can relate to this. A lot of people can relate to this. Not everybody, but some. When we do that gangster stuff, man, look who's in the courtroom. Let me blow this up so y'all can see it. Look who's in the courtroom, man. Look at them faces, man. That's money. We are money. Every time we go out here and do something, thinking we turned up, thinking that we what they say lit. This is what happened, man. Them people make money off of us. We ain't nothing but a dollar sign when we do crime.
All four of these defendants, they all sit over here at this L-shaped table. They sit over here and they are convicted because last week 12 of you went back there and you came back with a just and a true verdict, convicting them, and they sit there in their guilt. They are convicted. Convicted conspirators, convicted killers, they are convicted murderers. There is no doubt about that. What this is about is an entirely different thing. What you're here to decide today and going into tomorrow is what is the appropriate sentence for these defendants. They have been convicted, as the state told you in its opening statement, of planning and acting as a team in a concerted effort with one common goal: murder. Murder. The most evil and the most wicked crime that there is. The taking of another human life. And the evidence in this case has clearly demonstrated to you. I doubt any of you had any issue back there determining when you were deliberating that this was a premeditated crime. The court is going to instruct you tomorrow when you go out after all of the closing statements. She's going to read to you again the law on premeditation. And you remember that law from last week. You remember it? There has to be enough time to allow reflection for there to be premeditation. And clearly in your verdicts, you have found that. You would not have convicted them of conspiracy because you can't conspire. You can't have four people conspiring without premeditation. Was there premeditation in this case? Yes. But there was much, much more than just simple premeditation. Because when we talk about reflections, what are we talking about? Reflecting, having time to reflect. We're talking about decision making. Making a decision and then acting upon that decision.
All right. Decision. We all got decision and choices, man. It'll take just a split second to throw your life away. Now, as y'all listen to these people, it sounds like they doing a college course. It sounds like this is politics, like this is a presidential election. This is how bad they don't care about these faces. These are familiar faces in these courtrooms. They don't care about these guys. They done seen this over and over and did this so many times. They got the lingo down pack. This is like what them dudes say on the internet. This is another one like the other one. Same thing. They don't even have to practice for this. They got a system to throw you away, man. Well, you throw yourself away because once you get up in their trap, they got you. It's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out.
That is reflecting. Solving a problem. That is reflecting. These defendants, in this case, did this for over 2 weeks at least, making decisions, solving problems, working through their plan. This is much more than simple premeditation. Premeditation can occur in a matter of moments. Let's look at the evidence of the heightened level of premeditation. These 4 defendants, by June 6th, the evidence tells us, had already planned, had already conspired, were already teaming up to snatch Charles Jones' life from him. June 6th. You recall this?
All right, y'all. This is the good part. I want all of y'all to pay attention, man. This for all the OGs that's watching this, for all the young G's that might be watching this. If you got nephews, sons, nieces, even nieces, because they doing gangster stuff. Pay attention to what y'all see in the background. Y'all see that? Look at this website. I don't know what this is. I don't know what site this is, but this is one of them sites where everybody get on here and talk. And look what they bring up in court, y'all. We already know this. I don't got to act like I'm schooling nobody on what's going on. We all see that, but it's just a reminder to let us all know what we put on here come back in the court building.
X spaces discussion that was going on between Isaiah Chance and the victim in this case, Charles Jones. And what happens after that communication between them? That's what happens. Sean Gathright's phone has communication from his co-defendant Rashad Murphy's phone at approximately 11:18 hours. And shortly after that recording was obtained by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office at 22:36 hours of Isaiah Chance arguing with Charles Jones. You remember his words. Hey, Julio, how's your foot doing? Make sure, this is out of Rashad Murphy's mouth. Make sure, brah, in a good headspace, before he go with his move, we got bigger shit to tend to. They ain't worth an inward energy right now. That's directed at who? That's directed at his teammate, Sean Gathright. And what does Mr. Gathright do? 17 days before this murder happens, he likes that. He likes it. And then he replies, I ain't heard from bro today, but I'm going to check in with him.
All right, now this the guy that was in there crying for his life, the one that found God. He actually looked more cleaned up in jail than he do when he was free. Look how he looked when he was free. If he would have known how he looked when he was in jail, the way they got him looking right now, he probably wouldn't have been out there and turned into a pimp, a player or something. Not a pimp, but just a player. He could be a player, man.
And then Rashad Murphy texts back, he probably not going to pick up. He on IG letting these N-words get him out of character. He turned up on that MF right now.
On IG, y'all. That's Instagram for the ones who don't know.
And then Mr. Gathright. Damn, all right, let me see what's up. So what does that tell us? That tells us that the plan was already in place more than 17 days before. This plan had been birthed, hatched, and formulated before June 6th. Before June 6th. This conspiracy and this premeditation spoke to a much higher level of premeditation and spoke to a very, very cold-blooded motive, a planned execution. As Miss Doherty told you last week, this was a hit. This was a hit. This kind of advanced planning, where that evil and that type of wickedness to take somebody is dwelling in a person's heart, and in this case, a team a team of people problem solving, making decisions about it, working their way through this, developing the plan as they go along. A plan to not just murder, but if necessary, inflict carnage. And we saw that in the evidence. They were going to take out 6, and they were going to take out whoever might be there that might be in 6, because why not? And anyone else standing around, anyone else that might get in the way, that's just collateral damage. Now, why is the state going back through the facts with you? Because in the aggravating factors that you're going to be instructed on in this case, we are relying on that evidence. We are relying, as you saw, solely on our evidence from the guilt phase of this trial.
He's still trying to play bad right here. He really don't know what's ahead of him. This is the one that was laughing in court when the other guy, the light-skinned guy, was on there saying he found God, which is nothing wrong with that, which is good. But this guy right here was laughing the whole time. You know, basically like telling, oh boy, you's a buster. You knew you was with this. Now you up in here pleading. This the one right here, man. He don't even know what he got in store for him.
Now, we did present some evidence.
What they got in store for him.
That evidence goes to rebut their suggestions of mental health mitigation, which you have seen have completely been rebutted and completely disproven. It is because of the extremely heightened level of premeditation in this case that the state, is presenting you with the aggravating factor, one that the law speaks to, of very cold-blooded murders. The aggravating factor of cold, calculated, and premeditated, that this murder was committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated manner without any pretense.
Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go with the surveillance camera, the one that everybody seems to not be able to get away with in the life of crime. These are the cameras right here that's taking everybody down. This is the car that Julio Foolio was in that night the day that he lost his life. And these guys that we just seen in the courtroom, it's spread it throughout this little area right here behind trees and behind cars, waiting to come out and to ambush Julio Foolio, which we all have seen. And these guys have been convicted of this crime. Like they say, they trying to figure out they're going to give them the death penalty. I heard somewhere that they don't want to give them the death penalty. They say these guys are young. We can still use them on the chain gang, have them out there working. So no, we need them in our jail cell. These are good bodies. Remind me of slavery. They want the good bodies to go out there and work all day. Let's check this out.
Of moral justification. That is the aggravating factor. We see in that evidence, the X spaces evidence, we see that evidence of this existing weeks before, but we see more than that. We see a conspiracy where its members are trying to ensure its integrity, its secrecy, and that it stays intact, and that nothing ruins the plan, nothing gets in the way. I want to talk and walk back through the evidence in this case with you. Let's take a look at what occurred in this case. Mr. Murphy with his fully automatic Glock. And I'm going to come back to that because there's a few things I'll be pointing out to you in this evidence. It's very rare, folks, that an execution is caught on video like this.
All right, now y'all see the video. Let me blow it up so you guys can see it. I want you guys to look at the top right. The guy in the blue, I believe that was the guy that was begging for his life the other day. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Look at the teamwork. Look at the precision. Look at the efficiency. That evidence alone, standing alone, without the X spaces evidence, without the Airbnb evidence of no one going through the front door, without all the other evidence, the evidence of Mr. Chance and Mr. Gathright coolly, calmly, businesslike loading up that Impala, without any of that evidence, you could look at this alone and your common sense would be screaming at you that this is the product, this type of murder, it's the product of heightened premeditation. That doesn't happen without conspiratorial premeditation, planning, wearing disguises to cover their identities. And not just disguises, folks. They're wearing all black to hide in the darkness, to hide their skin, to hide their faces. They're wearing hoodies. These are disguises. These are items that they brought with them as part of this plan. This alone, this evidence and the efficiency, the positioning, demonstrates the premeditation and the planning that went into this. And this evidence alone would be sufficient evidence beyond any doubt that this was a product of heightened, cold, calculated, premeditation and murder.
All right, so they breaking it down. That did like a professional hit. You would have never thought it was those guys right here who did this. But they breaking it down, man. Julio Foolio mother, I believe she's in the courtroom. She loving this DA right here. His family is loving this DA right here. Furthermore, I'm pretty sure that community do not want these type of guys in their area. And there's young guys like this in almost every area who's tricked to think that this is the way. At one point in a lot of people's lives that come from these backgrounds, also believe that this was, some type of game, man. But it's not a game when they get us up in these courtrooms for stuff like this, man. I'm gonna follow up on this. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. I'm gonna stop this right here. I don't want to make this a long video, but I will be continuing this video. I'm gonna drop another one, starting right where this one left off at today. I'm gonna just be on this all day. This is about an hour video, so I'm gonna probably do about 3 more videos. And this just gonna be awareness day, man, to a lot of people who still, that might run across my page. Because every time I go outside, I was at the gym a couple of days ago. A couple of guys walked up to me, knew me from social media. So hopefully they watching this too. And go running past the message down, man. Like, hey, man, it's easy to get in, but it's hard to get out. I want everybody to go follow my new YouTube channel, Compton Rick Rock Body Cam. That link is in the description as well. Also, subscribe to this channel. I haven't said that in a while. I've been promoting the other channel. I forgot to tell you guys to promote to this channel. So promote to Compton Rick Rock TV right now. Hit the description and subscribe to my other channel. But I need everybody to subscribe to this channel right now. We almost at 100,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and get there. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. Go. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.